Hey Stacy, I just saw your video about coming out of the closet or maybe even going back into the closet because you live in a small town. Well, I can understand what you're coming from. I was born and raised in California, just south of the San Francisco Bay Area. And, it was kind of a waste because most of my life I actually spent in the closet. I'm one of those few people who actually knew that I was a lesbian from very young, from my very first crushes. And unfortunately, I happened to be raised in a family where that just was not permitted, a very strong Roman Catholic family. And so therefore, because of that, I never really came out of the closet till I was like 25. Now, I'm no longer in California. I'm actually in Arizona right now. And, yes, Phoenix is a big city, and there's actually a lot more gay bars than in Phoenix, Arizona, than there is in San Francisco, California, believe it or not. The thing is that I don't live in Phoenix. I used to live in Mesa, which is like just east of Phoenix. And, they're pretty, well, they're not as accepting as California. And, but they are about as accepting as Phoenix, maybe a little less. And I actually recently just bought a house back in 2005. And of course, you know me, I had to go for the big money, so I had to buy the biggest house I could for as little money as possible, which means I moved further east, out in a little town called Queen Creek. Can you just hear it in the name? Yeehaw, huh? Well, actually, I'm not even part of Queen Creek. I'm part of unincorporated Pinell County or something. Yes, my neighbors are cows and desert. Okay, anyway, not very big on the gay lifestyle, not very big on the gay scenes. I mean, as it is, I'm pagan and lesbian, and most of my neighbors are Mormon. What does that tell you? Now, although you don't get a lot of people with the attitude of them queers and them this and them that, but they will, and they can make your life a living hell. I was actually a security officer when I first moved out here, and although I was not fired because I was a lesbian, I was found out to be a lesbian. I don't make any announcements, but if the subject does come up, I will not deny it. I have promised myself since I first came out, that I have spent most of my life living a lie and lying to people, that no matter what it takes, I will never lie again. I may not mention the truth, but if someone comes out and asks me the truth, then I will go ahead and tell them. And sometimes that makes it a little better because it makes me raise my standards of living. Because if something is so shameful that I have to lie about it, then maybe I shouldn't be doing it. The point is that in this state, it is legal to fire someone because you are gay or lesbian. Even in liberal Phoenix. It's not done there very much, but it can be done. Now, I want to offer you some strength and some hope. Be strong. You don't have to go out and say, this is me. I am a dyke. I am a lesbian. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say dyke. It's just my term. A lot of people have problems with it. I don't. But you shouldn't have to hide who you are. You're going to be a pariah in that town, even if you were straight, because she left her husband for you. She left a man who was probably part of that community for a good long while, and probably good friends with a lot of people, for you. So I got news for you. Even if you were straight and you were a man, you'd have something to live down in that town. Even in the churches and with the community. Now, granted, I realize because you're gay or you're a lesbian, you got a lot more to live down. But you know what? It wouldn't matter if you were straight. You're still the pariah. I'm sorry, you're still the pariah of the town, and you always will be as long as you live there. So you have two choices. You can stand up and say, "Yes, this is me," and educate, because a lot of these people don't believe they've ever even known a gay or lesbian person. And we both know that if anybody looks within their family or friends, within that circle, you will find someone who's gay or lesbian or bi or trans. It's just a matter of being educated and knowing that gays and lesbians are doctors and lawyers and customer service reps and ditch diggers and bus drivers and farmers. They are not those people. And I think you're in a unique opportunity to show this. Stay strong. Give the closet a second thought before you start going back in it. Blessed be.